Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while, but life has been moving a million miles an hour at the moment. But I thought I'd give you a little update on my most recent surgery because I know I've been posting my shorts and I've got a lot of questions and just a couple of other things that has been going on. So the surgery, what I had was a conservative parotidectomy. I probably butchered the name of it there. But essentially back in the end of last year, found a lump in the back of my neck. It was inside of my neck. So as I was running my finger along my jaw here, I just felt like a little lump. It wasn't like a hard lump. It was more just kind of like of a mass that has just appeared. Comparing it to this side, it just kind of like stuck out. And I'd never felt that before. So, oh yeah, apologies if my face looks a bit swollen. It's completely swollen aside from where I had the surgery. It's only been a few days post-op, so I actually can't feel anything. So like my earlobe here, no feeling whatsoever, It's quite funny. Do not Google the operation if you have a weak stomach because it's very, very invasive. And Domi didn't let me look at it until afterwards. And once she did, I was like, thank God I did not look, because I'm like, I do not want someone ripping my face off. Anyway, honestly, the scarring is like, it's pretty neat around my ear, but it gets pretty gnarly towards the back. I'll put some photos up and video overlays of everything. But going back to how I found it. So yeah, I found a lump in the back of my neck here, and I thought, oh, might as well go get that checked out because I do have quite a lot of cancer in my family. So my mum's had it twice. She's had 2 run-ins. Luckily she's okay now and all clear, but you know, a lot of history in my grandparents and everything like that. But so I was like, I'll go get it checked out. Initially they were like, okay, yeah, we can feel something. We get you checked into a specialist, moved on to a specialist. They checked it and I'm like, right, we'll get a biopsy. So in December, I got a biopsy. And funny story, when I was getting the bloods taken for this, I passed out. My whole life, I've been absolutely fine with needles. But up until this point, for some reason, my body just didn't react well. I mean, I was looking at the needle going in, I was like, oh, that's quite funny. And then my body, I just passed out. It was very, quite interesting, to be honest with you. Horrible experience. I woke up feeling so nauseous and just horrible. And when I was having the biopsy as well, because they were jamming needles into my neck, and I'm very sensitive around my neck area, I passed out again. It's very interesting. My body seems to have quite a high vasovagal response, so anything to do with like veins or like temperature changes seems to react really quite strongly, but I'm okay, everything's good. But so when I had the biopsy, a few weeks later, I got the test results back saying it was benign, so nothing to worry about. But as a preventative measure, they did want to remove it because these masses, essentially what it was a tumor, can turn into something, basically you have quite a complex and dense nervous system in your neck. So as you get older, it can get intertwined, it can grow. They were hoping, because it was like 6 months later, this is the NHS after all, they were very good, but it just did take its time. They were hoping, because in some cases it can go down, but this one didn't. It actually, I think it stayed around the same size or a little bit bigger. But as a preventive measure, they were like, look, so you don't have to come in all the time, get it checked out, have a biopsy. We're just going to take it out. So I was like, okay. So last Friday, got it taken out. The surgery went really well. But leading up to it, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. I was, to put it frank, quite nervous because I'm not very good with surgeries. I've had quite a few when I was a child, and I think this is the reason why. The whole process of a surgery, I'm fine with. Like, I'm not worried about things going wrong with these. I mean, my surgeon was incredible. He does these surgeries like twice a week, so I wasn't worried about that. My whole fear I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, is being put under. I don't like the lack of control, or just I've always had a problem with, ever since a child, going from the conscious state to the unconscious state. And I just didn't, it just made me panic thinking about it and going under. I think it's just a control thing. On top of that, when I was a child, I had quite a few bad experiences when I needed surgery. So I've had my appendix out, I've had my tonsils out, I've had my teeth out when I was a kid, and I just think all those experiences, because I was a child, and back in the 90s and early 2000s, they didn't treat children as well as they do now. So I do have a bit of probably unpacking to do there, because whenever I thought about going under, I would literally like start sweating. I would like panic. And to be honest with you, when the anesthetist, sorry, was going through it, I just started tearing up. And I do think that's just from not very good experiences of going under when I was a child, i.e. being held down and me screaming and being put under. But anyway, so yeah, I was quite nervous leading up to the operation, and luckily, I mean, they were all so great at the surgery, and all the doctors, all the nurse, the staff were amazing. But what they did is that they don't usually do this in the UK. I know this is very common in the US, but they actually gave me some pre-meds, so like calming drugs. So I had some benzosine, I can't remember the name, but they just gave me a little tablet, nothing in comparison to what they give you in America. They gave it to me. I had, because I was like shaking before, and I was so calm, so chilled out. They gave me some gas too, and then they stuck a needle in my hand twice. Not sure if you can see it there. Got one there and one there. They missed on this one, I think. I don't know why. Put it in, and I was talking about getting married to Domi, and then all I can remember next was, I mean, I was feeling really calm there, and all I remember next was waking up and the surgery being done. Went well, they took out the mass, and everything's okay. I'm just on the road to recovery now. I've had, so I think I can start like doing some light working out in about 2 weeks, just because it's quite a sensitive area, especially when you exert force or you stress, you put a lot of tension in your neck, or well, I do anyway, and you like tense up, and you don't want to increase tension or any blood flow here, because obviously it can burst the stitching. And here right now there's a drainage site, so the scar is around my ear. They like pulled it back and took the thing out, cut it out, and then here they cut a little hole for a drainage site for all the excess fluid that's been leaking non-stop, but it's kind of calmed down now. But yeah, all went well. And another point to this video is, if you guys needed a sign or a message, just to give yourself a little once over and do it consistently, because I do this probably at least once a week. I give myself a little once over, you know, everything, including your chest, your arms, all where your lymph nodes are. Because my mass was actually, I can't remember if it was, I think it was on a lymph node, so this is why they took it quite seriously, or my saliva gland, just because in the neck area, I have a lot of lymph nodes, saliva glands, lots of complicated things. I just want to remove it before it gets any worse. But anyway, you do have these things, always give yourself a check in your private areas. Just do it, because you're better safe than sorry. And I know a lot of men, they'll get a lump, they'll get something, and they'll just be like, oh, it's fine. No, it's not fine. Like, get these things checked out, go to the doctors, give yourself a once over, and you're probably gonna find nothing. You're probably okay, but if you do find something, please go to doctors, please get it checked out, because there's just so many people that get these things and they don't do anything about it. And it ends up just building up, and you have to fight it at a later stage. And I'm just happy that I managed to get this done now. And if I can spread the message for you guys to check yourself out and just, you know, do these things once a week, because you're better safe than sorry at the end of the day. But yeah, that's been the operation. And on top of that, we've actually been looking for a house. We have been looking to try and purchase a house over the last 1.5 years now. We finally found one that we like, so we put in an offer. We're still waiting to hear back. So that's really exciting, but everything just seems to be happening all at once. And obviously we're going into winter, well, autumn now, and it's raining, it's horrible, but very excited. Lots of things are going on. But what my aim is to do is to get a bit more consistent back. Once we move, especially, this house has got a lot more ground. It's going to be a lot better for me to film, especially YouTube. We're going to document a lot of this house stuff as well, because if we get it, this house is incredible, but it's not perfect. So I'll be documenting all our changes. It's got a great area for me to do a lot more car content, and I cannot wait. Got a lot of stuff coming on there, like coming up to almost a year ownership of having the Jag, so I'll be doing a year ownership review of that. We also got a new daily to replace the Ineos, because we need something a bit better on fuel and a bit better to just sit on the motorway, like I said. You've probably seen it on my Instagram. It's a Land Rover Discovery, absolutely love it. But yeah, other than that, I've just been taking it really easy the last few days, just relaxing, because I haven't actually just chilled out and not thought about stuff. And it's such a long time. It's been great. Domi's been treating me like an absolute princess. I have been milking it a little bit. Like, I think I'm all right. Apart from my whole face being swollen, and it hurts a little bit. Like, I can feel myself like fusing back together, but yeah, I've been really milking it. But other than that, things are going well. I'll try and be a lot more consistent on the videos, but I thought I'd just give you a little life update. But yeah, we got that. We've got, so potential house move if they accept, we've got surgery recovery, we've got wedding planning, we've got house change, got a new thing I need to show you, and yeah, it's going to be a good end of the year. I can't wait to take you along with us. Got Domi's birthday coming up too, and then mine. 31 this year, my goodness. But yeah, I also got the new iPhone. It's quite good. Camera is incredible. But yeah, if you do have any questions about the surgery, please leave it in the comment section. I'll try my best to respond. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. It was good catching up, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.